Well, it's Saturday the 12th of February. This is episode 2206 of 301 Permanently Moved Online, a personal podcast 301 seconds in length, written, recorded, and edited by me, at the JMO. In the May 1977 issue of the American Psychological Review, there is an article called Telling More Than We Can Know, Verbal Reports on Mental Processes. Whilst it differs from person to person, it concludes that most people are unable to accurately communicate their inner lives. And yet, it says, we should not dismiss arguments made from introspection. Subjective certainty can be shared across many people. Last weekend, I found out I have aphantasia. It's taken 36 years to realise that mind's eye isn't a figure of speech, or a metaphoric space that I've always believed it to be. Aphantasia, for those who don't know, is the inability to voluntarily create mental images in one's mind. The phenomenon was first described by Francis Galton in 1880, but the term wasn't coined until a 2015 study conducted by the University of Exeter. I've known about aphantasia for years, but I always assumed lack of fantasy meant something else, like not having an imagination or something. Mea culpa. Back in episode 1805, a true deep cut, I spoke about my synesthesia, and I said, I see and feel conversations in my mind's eye. I'm aware of the existence of, or rather presence of, a shape, colour or texture, but I don't see or picture anything. I thought the place that my synesthetic awareness occurs in was my mind's eye, which is why I assumed I didn't have aphantasia. But no, people can literally visualise shapes, colours, and they do it all the time. I only found out because I was watching a video of people doing an aphantasia test and was blown away by the responses. Let's do it right now. Close your eyes. Imagine a ball sitting on a table. Okay, we're done. What colour was the ball? What material was the table? Post your answers in the comments on my blog. In the video, without hesitation, people would say, I saw a silver ball on a wooden table, or a Pixar ball on a laminated school desk. What the hell? I close my eyes and there's nothing, just blackness, just the concept of a ball placed on the concept of a table, hanging there in the same mental void as I feel, navigate and think in. The same mental space that my synesthesia manifests itself in too. It's not that I don't have an imagination, I just don't visualise thoughts or even memories. So mea culpa. I've been using the term mind's eye wrong my entire life. Several times in episodes 1915, 2023 and 2040, I've talked about manipulating platonic solids in the mind's eye. Years ago, I spent hours of my life, day after day, trying to visualise the platonic solids. I worked so hard at it, week after week, and I managed to get some solids to level 2 on the aphantasia scale. See show notes. I was so happy, so pleased. This, I thought, was what all the Pythagorean cult visualisation exercises were all about. Now, I find out that most of you can just shut your eyes and see a fucking pyramid anytime you want. What the hell? Really? Apparently, people read books and see it like a movie playing out in their minds. Most people can close their eyes and picture the face of a loved one. I can recall details of what people look like, but I can't imagine up a mental photo of them on demand. This has caused me to reconsider my own claims about my perception of the world and how I understand them. I would have been meditating for 10 years this year. In 2019, I began to no longer experience myself as being inside my head, behind my eyes, or between my ears. I moved down into my body. But what does this mental spatialization even mean when there's people out there who can think shapes? I'm honestly blown away, shocked even. I have thousands of hours of meditation under my belt. I've done a great deal of it. And honestly, I've always thought there was something fishy about guided meditation and visualization exercises. You're standing in a forest, inside the heart chakra, the green of the anahata. I've just never been able to do it. I can be inside the concept of a forest, nested in the concept of the heart chakra, but why make me walk through a wood in my mind to get from one to another? I've never understood it. Now I realise that everybody else in the room was fucking walking through a wood in their mind. I totally understand. So, yeah, it's not for me. I don't know what to make of it all, really. A spirit is something you can see with your eyes closed. I agree. I've had all sorts of intense visions and experiences when meditating, and now I'm even more convinced of their validity. I wonder about my hyper-real memories of D&D games coexisting, co-located between the world we'd conjured and the kitchen that we would play in, remembering the game world and the world. I think about all the people going about their daily lives, just assuming that their experiences of the world is similar to others, when something as fundamental as even having a mind's eye can be so different from person to person. We must all do better to cultivate a deeper understanding of others' goings on in the world.